I now have 3 Sniffer free flights. The first one I built from a BMJR kit, and I powered it with electric motor and had RC for motor control and DT. The idea was I could use it in a real small place and RDT it. My first free flight with a PeeWee 020 and an eyedropper tank was a basic yeller. I flew this at the Nats and I won first and second places, but there was only 3 competitors. Later I built a Fu2 U2 that uses a Cox TD020 for competition. When I got to the 2019 Nats, I could hardly get the engine started and had little power. Somebody told me not to use synthetic oil in the fuel and to get fuel that's all castor oil lubricant. That's what I did. I'm now using this Red Max fuel that's 35% nitro and then all castor oil lubrication. This year I had the chance to buy 2 Sniffers that were powered by PeeWee 020s. The one had a very thin in diameter eyedropper tank installed, and I installed eyedropper on the other one, the yellow one. It took me a little while to get the engines running properly. They just wanted to run out of prime to start with. But I took them apart, and on one engine I replaced the reed valve. I also added spring starters and put on new heads. Yesterday I had a chance to go flying, and I figured the days are limited this year. It's going to be getting cold, it'll be snowing pretty soon. I flew the one with the dark fuselage first, and it seemed like sometimes it would go left and sometimes it would go right. It did a good job of recovering from that stall. I had noticed on this plane that one key was missing, the other one was just barely there, and I was going to fix it, but I was so focused on getting the engines running I forgot to do that, and that might have been the downfall. I guess I thought with the fuse DT and the rubber band holding in the back that it would hold the stabilizer straight, but I'm not so sure it did because it was moving around in the trim. And then later you're going to see it crashed. It didn't really seem like I had the engines peaked out what they should do, but I know it just seems like after engines haven't run for a long time, it takes a certain amount of running to get them going good again. The Sniffer is legal to fly in the PeeWee 30 event, although I wonder with the kind of large cabin area if it wouldn't have a lot more drag than, say, the basic yeller. Well, this is a flight where it decides to take this hard right. It broke the wing, so I got out the yellow Sniffer and made a couple flights with that one. This one seemed to turn harder to the right, but no signs of going into a spiral. But then when the motor quit, it just seemed to go pretty much straight. So I'm thinking I need to use some stab tilt, or probably tilt the wing to do the stab tilt. It was stalling in the glide, but it was going straight too, so I think maybe if it starts the circle, maybe that stall will go away or be reduced. I was just happy to get flights on these planes yet this year. So on the dark fuselage, I replaced the keys that I should have done before, and I started fixing the wing, which looked like it had broke before. Well, thanks for watching.